nrpmediaja.com. Hi there, I'm Leon Nash, CEO of nrpmediaja.com, and you are listening to nrpmediaja.com. A very pleasant evening to you. Now it's time. It's now 6:33, 27 minutes going up to the hour of 7 o'clock. It's now time for us to present the news to you right here on this station. Stay tuned as we take news to you right here on this station. Good evening and welcome to our platforms, nrpmediaja.com, also Facebook and YouTube at nrpmediaja. It's Monday, April 16, 2024. I am Leon Nash with the NRP Evening News Roundup. Here are the headlines. Suspect in Jamaican policeman's killing fatally shot by the police. Local and international police partners to arrest St. Catherine. That should be local and international police partners to arrest St. Catherine businessman. Jamaica receives a donation of 210 state-of-the-art surveillance cameras from the Republic of Korea. St. James Municipal Corporation stepping up enforcement action to prevent the illegal dumping of waste in and around the city. And in sports, Milgally through to the semifinals of the Jamaica Women's Premier League. The news today is brought to you courtesy of Four Seasons. That should be Four Seasons Sports. Let's hear from Four Seasons.
Four Seasons Sports and Equipment, the Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandon, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet you'll never go asking for anymore.
Now, the details of the news. A man who was believed to be one of the suspects involved in the killing of a police officer on Bravo Street, St. Anne's Bay, St. Anne on Monday, April 15, was shot dead during a confrontation with the police on Snake Lane, Steertown, St. Anne, shortly after 3 p.m. on Tuesday. That's today. The deceased, identified as Ciraldo Butler, also known as Siri, was reportedly one of the suspects in the fatal shooting of Constable Ricardo Fairclough in St. Anne's Bay. During the incident that led to Constable Fairclough's death, a female vendor was shot in the upper body by the assailants. She remains in hospital. During the operation that resulted in Butler's death, police recovered one pistol at the scene. Both the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, and the Inspector Standards Oversight Bureau, IPROB, have been notified. The Jamaica Constabulary Force reiterates its commitment to bringing those responsible for attacks on its officers to justice, emphasizing the continued efforts to ensure community safety and curb criminal activities. A statement from the JFCF says it urges persons confronted by the police to surrender peacefully and not engage the law enforcement officers with lethal force. The investigations into the circumstances surrounding both the initial killing of Constable Fairclough and the subsequent shooting of Ciraldo Butler are ongoing. Fraudulent conversion, failing to issue receipt, and non-delivery of goods or service on the contracted date. Charges have been laid against a St. Catherine businessman in relation to 2 incidents that occurred in March and August of 2022. Charged is 52-year-old Elvis Jones of Hellshire Avenue, Portmore in St. Catherine. A man and a woman entered into separate agreements with Jones in March 2022 to have a 2016 Subaru Impreza motor car, and in August in August 2022 to have a 2013 Toyota Afard minivan imported from Japan, respectively. They made the agreed payments with promises that the vehicles would be delivered within 4 weeks. A report was made to the police after the vehicles were not delivered as promised, and an investigation was launched. It was later borne out that Jones had fled the island and was subsequently placed on Interpol Red Notice for wanted persons. The accused man was held in Panama and deported to Jamaica on Saturday, April 13. He was subsequently charged on April 15 after a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. He's scheduled to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish on Friday, April 19. In a significant move to enhance national security and public safety, Jamaica has received a donation of 210 state-of-the-art surveillance cameras from the Republic of Korea. The handover ceremony held on Tuesday, that's today, at the Ministry of National Security. Commissioner Blake expressed gratitude and outlined the implications of this partnership for Jamaica's technological advancement in law enforcement. Dr. Blake highlighted the long-standing diplomatic relationship between Jamaica and South Korea dating back to 1962, praising the donation as a testament to their enduring partnership. According to him, it gives the JCF and himself great pleasure to acknowledge the generous donation and to reaffirm a partnership that extends beyond mere transfer of technology, emphasizing the mutual commitment to shared security and prosperity. The new surveillance equipment will be integrated into Jamaica's national security infrastructure, enhancing the Jamaica Eye surveillance system. This initiative is part of a broader strategy to modernize the Jamaica Constabulary Force through technology-driven transformations, including upgrades to technology infrastructure, automation of business processes, and improvements in cyber security. Dr. Blake explained that these 210 state-of-the-art surveillance cameras will enhance Jamaica Eye surveillance system and augment the work the police does daily. He says the cameras are set to improve public space monitoring, traffic management, and investigative capabilities across the island. Commissioner Blake described the surveillance system as a crucial component in modern policing, serving as a force multiplier in ensuring public order and safety. The importance of the surveillance system, as it says, in modern policing cannot be overstated. The contribution aligns with the government's sectoral entities' technology-driven transformation agenda, which Dr. Blake detailed as focusing on infrastructure expansion, business process automation, cybersecurity enhancement, and technology education for staff. Shadow Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Alfred Dawes, is urging the Ministry of Health and Wellness to reassess the decision to entrust the storage of bodies from the Kingston Public Hospital to the Spanish Town-based Archers Funeral Home. According to Mr. Dawes, this reconsideration is prompted by the undue inconvenience and financial strain placed on grieving relatives, compelling them to retrieve their loved ones' remains from the establishment located in Spanish Town, diverging from the decades-long practice of a Kingston-based location.
It is becoming more and more apparent that in the awards process for contracts, the Ministry of Health is not prioritizing the needs of the users of the public healthcare system, and we do not support this practice. We stand with the relatives who, in their period of mourning, are forced to journey here to Spanish Town in order to retrieve the remains of their loved ones while they should be going through the process of grief. It is a financial burden, it is an inconvenience, and it is absolutely wrong. The Ministry of Health ought to review these contracts.
That was Shadow Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Alfred Dawes. Archer's Funeral Home is reportedly owned by a JLP councillor and located in the constituency represented by the Minister of Health. Previously, the storage facilities at St. Catherine were shared among 3 funeral homes, Roberts, Morgans, and Archers. However, contracts with Roberts and Morgans were rescinded, consolidating operations solely with Archers. Similarly, the storage arrangements at Kingston Public Hospital, previously managed by Jones Funeral Home on North Street, were also redirected to Arches. The storage facility at University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI, has reportedly also been transitioned to Arches. The St. James Municipal Corporation is stepping up enforcement action to prevent the illegal dumping of waste in and around the city. Mayor of Montego Bay and chairman of the St. James Municipal Corporation, Councillor Richard Vernon, says focus will be placed on businesses which are responsible for approximately 80% of the waste found at illegal dump sites. He said that offenders could face fines of up to $1 million. Councillor Vernon said that the council will be moving around the particular vicinities to ensure that the businesses have a logbook that shows when their garbage was collected and who it was that collected it. He added that the council will also be checking to see if business operators have a public or private contract for garbage removal from their premises and what receipts they have to show to that effect. In addition, he informed that cameras will be installed at key locations to identify offenders. Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie has underscored the pivotal role local government plays in Jamaica and emphasized the urgent need to counter prevailing negative perceptions surrounding local governance. Addressing the monthly meeting of the St. James Municipal Corporation, Minister McKenzie cited the low vote turnout in the recent local government elections as a barometer of public sentiment towards local governance. He noted that while some criticisms may be warranted, others stem from misconceptions or skepticisms about the efficacy of local government. The minister said that Jamaica is one of the few nations in the region with a local government system, which he pointed out is critical to the day-to-day lives of citizens. He encouraged the councillors to speak volumes about the achievements in local government, about the things that have been accomplished. He also urged councillors to reflect on their responsibilities and to work towards upholding the local government framework. And still in Parish Council news, Mayor of Mandeville, Councillor Donovan Mitchell, is encouraging councillors in the parish to discuss with the residents how they intend to spend the taxpayers' money provided to them through the council. Addressing the recent meeting of the municipality, Councillor Mitchell reminded the councillors that the people have a right to know how their councillor is working on their behalf.
The problem is, when you hide information, people think something else. Once people know that this is X, they will understand, and sometimes you get better marks. Because I want to tell you, when just before the local government election, a poll was done, and Manchester came out way down at the bottom in terms of people interacting with the people, letting them know what is happening, and we got to change that. So I would ask that we do a roster from now and look at the communities we'll be going in so that we can have these meetings and people can get to understand, to include the fire and SDC, because they are officers under the local government ministry.
That was Mayor of Mandeville, Councillor Donovan Mitchell. Meanwhile, the mayor has called on the relevant officers of the Manchester Municipal Corporation to look at providing potable water to several communities in the parish currently suffering from the drought conditions. Addressing the recent meeting of the council, the mayor says, while the parish awaits its disbursement from the central government towards alleviating the distress of the residents, the council will be doing what it can for the residents.
People calling every single day. I see the Prime Minister of Jamaica had to recall Parliament to do something with budget and make an announcement about water. But we don't know when we get in here. So while we are starving, right now the Hanbury home is out of water. Sometimes the police station, and you can have 90-odd prisoners and hoping to have 100 and odd in the next time. And the schools, and to be waiting on approval from up top and all of that. The law says that the council shall. But we seek the ministers to just at least let him know what is happening. But the water allocation and the trucking of water to these communities must begin as soon as possible.
That was Mayor of Mandeville, Councillor Donovan Mitchell. You're listening to news on NRP Radio, your primary Christian source for news, sports, and the weather on nrpmediaja.com. That's our radio platform, reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations. Now let's give you some sporting information brought to you this evening by Hepburn's Glass. They are located at 13 Chisholm Avenue in Kingston, Jamaica. Stay with us as we reach out to Hepburn's Glass as they come in to tell us about what are some of their offerings as we continue to bring the news to you on an evening like this. Unfortunately, Hepburn's Glass not coming through for us right now. Let's try another means to get them up, and I'm sure we can do it and do it well. Let's do it now.
Hepburn's Glass Appliance is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses, as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors, and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters, and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none, with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 9080962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass, quality service is our priority.
Thank you very much. Let's head now into sports. This time around, we kick off on football. Mile Gully are through to the semifinals of the Jamaica Women's Premier League, JWPL, after beating Proven FC of Portland 2-1 at home on Saturday. All goals were scored in the second half, Rihanna Dixon netting a brace in the 46th and the 73rd minutes. Here is Janai Chambers, head coach of the Mile Gully team, as he reacts to suggestions that his team could have taken the lead in the first half of the game. Unfortunately, we do not have that clip for you at this time. We do apologize for that. All right, and we continue with the sports. Still on football, the Jamaica Football Federation has expressed sadness at the passing of a Brazilian Jose Luis Camargo, who worked with the Reggae Boys on their historic journey to the FIFA World Cup 1998. Camargo was an important backroom staff member of the original coaching team led by Rene Simoes. He worked in coordination with different team doctors to get the injured players active in the short possible time. Jamaica Football Federation President Michael Ricketts says Jamaica's football benefited immensely from his expertise and dedication as he worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure that the players were fit and ready when they called. And continuing now on cricket, Sunrisers Hyderabad broke the record for the highest Indian Premier League total for the second time this season by posting 287 3 against Royal Challengers Bangalore. Travis Head hit the 102 from 41 balls as Sunrisers beat the 277 for 3 they made against Mumbai Indians last month. It was the second highest score in a men's T20 and the highest in a franchise tournament. The match ended as the highest scoring T20, with RCB losing by just 25 runs. They ended on 262 for 7 after a remarkable 35-ball 83 at number 6 by Dinesh Karthik, although a win always seemed unlikely given a required scoring rate of more than 20 in the last 5 overs. That's sports in the NRP Evening News Roundup, brought to you this evening by our friends at down there in Mandeville. Let's bring them up and salute them this evening. They are sports from the Sports Center, and we will hear from them in just a while. All right, NRP Sports right here on this year's station. Of course, we bring it to you all the time, just about at this time. So let's go tell you about the clips or inserts at this moment. Keep it locked right here on NRP Radio and NRP Media. We're going to be heading overseas now to bring you the international news, courtesy of our friends at the VOA.
This is VOA News. I'm Joe Ramsey. A senior Israeli lawmaker said on Tuesday when Israel responds to the unprecedented weekend Iranian drone and missile salvos, its aim will be to send a message of deterrence to Tehran while drawing a line under this round of hostilities.
We'll have to react. Iranians will know that we reacted. And I sincerely hope that it will teach them a lesson that you can't attack a sovereign country just because you find it doable.
Yuli Edelstein said among Israeli considerations in planning a counterstrike includes the war wariness of Western powers. Since war broke out between Israel and U.S. designated terrorist group Hamas in October, Egypt has kept the Rafah border crossing from Gaza closed to most Palestinians, but one company is offering travel from Gaza into Egypt for thousands of dollars per person, prompting accusations of profiteering from refugees. Henry Ridgewell has more.
Egypt has permitted just a single travel agency called Hala to operate cross-border journeys from Gaza into Egypt, what it terms a coordination. The firm is based in the office of its parent company, Organi, in Cairo. Its fees have reportedly risen 14-fold from the pre-war price to $5,000 per adult, and half that for children. That's far beyond the means of most Palestinians, especially those who have lost their homes and livelihoods in the war. Henry Ridgewell, VOA News.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is warning of potential global economic spillovers from rising tensions in the Middle East. She made the remarks on Tuesday. This is VOA News.
Thank you for listening there to the latest from the international scene, courtesy of the Voice of America. We now move to give you the latest from the National Meteorological Service of Jamaica as supplied to us this year evening. Stay tuned as we bring that information to you right here on this year or platform. So, of course, we're pulling up that information for you from the Met Service, the latest local weather forecast. It says that there's a significant feature of a trough across Jamaica. The trough is expected to remain across the Central Caribbean over the next few days. In the 24-hour forecast tonight, partly cloudy across northeastern parishes, otherwise mainly fair. Tomorrow morning, expect isolated showers across northeastern parishes, otherwise mainly sunny. Tomorrow afternoon, isolated showers across south central parishes, windy across northern parishes. In terms of the 3-day forecast after tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, partly cloudy across northeastern parishes, otherwise mainly sunny in the morning. Afternoon showers across south central parishes, otherwise partly cloudy. There's an area of low pressure across Mexico and a trough across the northeastern Caribbean at this time. In terms of maximum temperature expected for Kingston tonight, 24 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature expected for Montego Bay tonight, 24 degrees Celsius. That is the latest weather report and forecast right here on NRP Radio. And with that, we've come to the end of our presentation for this evening. But before we go, here are the headlines once again. Suspect in Jamaican policeman's killing fatally shot by the police. Local and international police partners to arrest St. Catherine businessman. Jamaica receives donation of 210 state-of-the-art surveillance cameras from the Republic of Korea. St. James Municipal Corporation stepping up enforcement action to prevent the illegal dumping of waste in and around the city. And in sport, Malgally through to the semifinals of the Jamaica Women's Premier League. The full half an hour package of news on this station came to you courtesy of our friends down there in Mandeville. That is Four Seasons Sports. And of course, we invite you to join us again tomorrow morning at 6:30 when we'll have for you the NRP Break of Day newscast. Until then, my name is Leon Nash, wishing for you a great evening. And we look forward to sharing with you again as you join us for another news presentation. This is NRP Radio and NRP Media. It is just about 2 minutes going up to the hour of 7 o'clock. For those of you who are on the YouTube and Facebook pages, we ask that you go over now to our radio platform and continue to benefit from the music that we are playing and the features that will come up right here on the station. Keep it locked. That's where we are, NRP Media. Hi there. I'm Leon Nash, CEO of NRPMediaJA.com, and you are listening to